So I just watched Companion, and let me just tell you guys that this movie is not worth your money. If anything, I think you guys should skip out on it. I didn't just watch it. I watched it yesterday when I went into AMC. They were showing Scream Unseen, which is basically AMC's mystery movie where they show a different movie every week, every other week that hasn't been released yet. And this one just so happened to be a horror film. Let me just tell you guys, Companion 2025 is not a horror film. It is not a good film. It is not anything but just below average. Or just average if we're going to put it in technical scales. Because yes, this was filmed with decent camera work. Decent actors working in Hollywood today. But in terms of the story, the plot, the script, everything, the dialogue, everything just felt so stupid. Like, this is the stupidest movie I've seen all year long. So if you're here for all positivity, there's probably not going to be any positivity in this video. But if you are here for positivity, let's go off the good things that I loved about Companion 2025. So the first thing that I actually liked about this film is obviously the costume design is kind of okay. Like, the dressing of everyone suits them so well, and I feel like this is such like a natural environment. It doesn't feel like there's any much work put into it. It feels like all of these characters are normal people. Whenever the main girl starts talking to them, it seems kind of weird. The dialogue is kind of weird. Everyone kind of treats this girl kind of weird, and they didn't push that in this movie. I noticed that people were calling this the newest Barbarian of 2025, which is completely not correct. There's no good plot twist. There's no imagery. There's no good character dynamics. I mean, the character dynamics you have in this film are three couples. This movie follows three couples in the woods in a cabin. This cabin happens to be a mansion that's owned by a supposed drug dealer. And I say supposed because that plays a big part in the movie of why they're there. And if you didn't want spoilers, well, too damn bad. There's spoilers in this review. Okay, so they're all in this cabin, right? They're all chilling, they're all vibing. We have a gay couple and two straight couples. One straight couple, the protagonist, right? We have this girl named... Actually, I don't know her name. I don't fucking remember her name, I'm sorry. We have Iris, Mrs. Beep Boop. Then we have her boyfriend, Josh, I believe his name is, played by Jack Quaid. Now, the only good thing about this movie is Jack Quaid, and then again, I'm not that big on Jack Quaid. He seems to be like a funny dude. He seems to have a good background in acting and stuff like that. And obviously a lot of people in Hollywood, outside of Hollywood, just people love him in general. So I have no real reason to hate Jack Quaid. It's just that he doesn't do anything for me personally. And if you're looking for good performances from this movie, there are no good performances. Because I honestly believe that this director, the crew, the production team, everyone was just trying to make a quick buck, honestly. With a movie playing in January, they honestly picked a script where they were like, okay, what's the cheapest script we can do and push out for the month of January? Because they know January movie releases are going to do business. I did not want to watch this movie in film. And what did I just say? I do not want to watch this movie in theaters. I did not want to. I wanted to go watch Hard Eyes, and I thought it would have been Hard Eyes. Now see, with this Scream Unseen, I live in the Midwest. So I know obviously anything that's going to play in theaters is going to play an hour before in either across the world or somewhere, or in California, East Coast. So thank God to Google. People said it was Companion, so I made it on the last whim of texting my friend, hey, should I go see Companion? Did you see the trailer? I didn't know if it was good or not. I don't like it, but I'll check it out. And she was like, yeah, go ahead, go check it out. I bought a joint, smoked it, went ahead and watched the movie. So I went ahead and watched the movie for $6. Not bad pricing, by the way, for a movie just like this. If you're gonna waste money on a movie, please go see this movie in matinee if you want to go watch this film. So it's 34 minutes of this movie building tension of this relationship between Jack, Quaid, Iris, and then them involving themselves with these other couples in this cabin in the woods, this mansion in the woods, I should say. So everyone's chilling, kind of, but Iris is very, very nervous. She's distressed. She feels like she's gonna ruin everything. She has anxiety, right? She's feeling all of these emotions and stuff, and you're like, okay, that's kind of weird. Because if you were to like kind of think about the premise of this movie in retrospect of everything that's happening now and today's standards, you could obviously clearly come up with the synopsis and plot all together by yourself. So you already know what's going to happen with this film before you even go see it. And unfortunately, after those 30 minutes of building up the tension, and then obviously not doing anything about it, just like, oh, we'll give you these subtle hints and then not tell you what's going on. We already know what's going on. It's obvious. Now here's the spoiler parts. This chick, Iris, she actually is a robot. She's actually a sex doll robot, okay? She's a sex doll robot companion that this dude bought online. He told this to her face, guys. He was like, I bought you online. Remember that first time we first met? It didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Now, what the fuck? So what leads up to this part, when he tells her, before that, they're in this cabin, and the guy who owns the cabin is a supposed drug dealer. He's in a relationship with a woman. I believe she's an OnlyFans model. I could be wrong. But like the characters had no real plot behind themselves. And I'm gonna just move real quick because the lighting is awful, guys. The lighting is awful. I wanted something weirder. I wanted her to be like not a robot, but I wanted her to be like some type of alien type of cyborg. You know what I mean? Not just robot like human man-made, but something extraterrestrial or something like that. But let's get into the actual plot. So the guy that owns the house shows up on the beach where Iris is. She went for a walk. She's getting some sand in between her robotic feet and whatnot. I don't know how she feels that. She looks so real. Like, if obviously the robot is a human character, but if you're gonna have a robot, don't make them be so realistic, or don't make your actor so realistic as a human playing a robotic character. It just doesn't correlate in my mind. I know we as a society have progressed and are capable of making that. Just don't do it in a film. Make your human characters playing robots look more robotic, whether that be shining their skin with some type of oil or something like that, something better. So with them on the beach, he starts hitting on Iris. He's like, oh yeah, like we could do this, like there's no problem. And she's like, no, she doesn't want any part of it. She's owned by a guy, you know what I mean? The only way for her to be alive is to have programming to a certain person, you know what I mean? Otherwise, there's no way to bypass their technological advancements of being awake or having working capabilities without a love bond with another human person. She kills him, she stabs him, she's like, cha, 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 cha. But I don't think we really see that. I think we see the aftermath. We don't really see that. Oh no. This fucking script, bro. I just remembered everything that happened. Fuck this script, bro. Honestly, like, she walks into the room, everyone's lollygagging, like, having fun and whatnot. She has blood all over her. She's like, I didn't mean to. Oh my gosh. And then the guy's like, what did you do? What did you do? And she tells him she's incapable of lying, so she can't say anything other than what she did. You know what I mean? And he turns her off. He says, Iris, go to sleep. And that shuts down her system for momentarily until he ties her up to a chair, making sure she's secure, and then turns her back on. When everyone else in the room wanted her to just be turned off or even reprogrammed to factory settings. So then she retells all of these events and whatever, and we get a flashback of what she did to the guy. I can't think of his name right now. With her being tied up, they have a conversation, her and her boyfriend, her human boyfriend. By the way, they're discussing stuff, and she realizes she's getting shut down, that she's gonna be shut down forever, that she won't be alive anymore. And she comes to that shocking realization, and she plans her escape. And she actually escapes, you know what I mean? But the only way she's actually capable of killing someone, being smart enough to escape, is because this dude modded her. He put a microchip in her little programming app or whatever, and changed her settings around in order for her to kill people. Because with these robots, there's a set of rules that they can and can't do. And apparently also a certain trait that they can enhance is their IQ, their intelligence. And I remember, when this guy buys the stuff online, they come in and build up the robot for him or whatever. They go off the waivers and whatever. And they're saying that this robot has enough intelligence of 0% being the legal requirement and 100% being the legal requirement as well. Now, if you were thinking 0 being shut down, off being nothing, you know what I mean? Nothing can compute up there because it's 0 intelligence, right? And you would think that 100% intelligence is like God level robotic, like equations in your mind or whatever. But no. Apparently 0% of intelligence just means you're a dog. The robot is essentially a dog, and it'll do any command that you tell it to do, and it has no choice but to do that. And then 100% intelligence is them just getting the capability of saying, I need to think of what to do. They have the capability of thinking, yet they can't have the capability of thinking intelligently. How the fuck does that make sense? What the fuck is up with this writing, bro? And honestly, it's not even just the writing that irks me. It's also like the performances of which like these actors are performing. They're giving good performances, but I hate that they're behind this stupid script. And moreover, what makes this script so stupid is that she's not even an AI like bot. That's not what he bought her for. Like, he didn't want a companion, the name of the movie. He didn't want a sex robot to fuck with anytime that he wanted. He didn't want someone to cook him a meal. He didn't want someone to clean up after him like a fucking mother would. Bro, you don't need a fucking robot to do that shit, okay? Just fucking get yourself off and do it yourself. You know what I mean? But this guy bought her in order to mod her, kill a guy that's supposedly a drug dealer, and steal all his money. That's the plot of this film. This guy spends hundreds of thousands on money to not buy, but to rent a AI bot, realistic bot, that's capable of killing people only if they're modded. Now, I've never watched the show How to Get Away with Murder, but I would probably start there and then probably plot a murder around that show. If I were someone that wanted $100 million or anything like that, I think it was 12 million, and they were only getting 4 million split between each couple or whatever. $4 million is worth someone's life, but also a companion person. Because retrospectively, it probably cost 12 grand a month. 12 grand a month to rent this robot. And then you have to go get it cleaned and you have to get it processed. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff gets outdated, things need to get serviced, you know what I mean? Especially those things that are that high quality. If you have that much money for a sex robot to kill someone, then you shouldn't have that need to kill someone to have money. I just don't know what this movie tried to be in the process of writing the script. I didn't look up the writers. I don't want to look up the director. I don't want anything to do with this film anymore. I didn't want anything to do with the film in the first place. But I'm so glad I did watch this film, and to tell you guys, do not watch this film. If you guys do want spoilers, like what happens in the end, let me just give you a quick rundown. So she runs away. The gay couple runs after them. They're explained all of the stuff. They weren't in on the little heist or whatever in the beginning, but now they are. Turns out one of the gays in the couple, one of the gay guys in the couple relationship, turns out to be a robot as well, which is like, what is going on? Why do you guys need to steal $4 million if you guys have sex robots? Like, if I had enough money to sell sex robots, I would own a fucking, like, it's not even prostitution anymore. I would download a fucking sex app, fucking make a dating profile and be like, yo, have sex with this hot ass robot right now for like $100 for like an hour or some shit. You know what I mean? And technically it's not prostitution because A, it's rubber, it's plastic, it's metal, and then B, you're paying for it in the first place, you know what I mean? And you're getting it paid to get serviced and cleaned. Like, bro, like, it's gonna get cleaned in the first place. Like, there's so many more ways to get business off of this robot. Or send this fucking robot to go get a job, you know what I mean? Fucking go program it. Program a robot to write code, to write numbers in your bank account, you know what I mean? Basically. But the couple's chasing after her. One of the gay guys gets killed by her, and then the other gay robot kind of is like sad, so he stays with the gay guy or whatever. But all of this shit happens, right? And it's not where you would expect it to go, which I see it kind of is like Barbarian, but not in a good way. And not that I'm saying Barbarian is like completely good, because even when I watched Barbarian, I was kind of like, what the fuck did I just watch? Yes, it was good in the level of script and all of that, but if you're comparing this script to Barbarian, this is utter dog shit. Utter dog shit, you know what I mean? So the robot's still on the loose. The gay robot is somehow later programmed to be aggressive and kill Iris, just like the boyfriend programs the gay robot to kill Iris later on, and he successfully does so. He kills a cop in the process, hiring up the body count. He kills the other girl within the straight couple that's also at the house. So all of these bodies are piling up or whatever. And then he also kills himself because Iris tells him to do so. No, Iris doesn't tell him to do so, but Iris kind of like manages manages him to rejog his memory, CPU memory, to then remember the gay guy and kill himself. But right before he kills himself, he actually takes Iris to the location that Jack Quaid is, back to the cabin in the woods, the mansion in the woods. And there's this little dinner scene. If you see any teaser or any previews for this movie, like I did, a few teasers, you would see the dinner scene. And after this dinner scene, just nothing, just turn off the film, bro. Just turn off the film. Honestly, I was like, just turn off the film. So this dude, Jack Quaid, calls up the company of the robot. He's like, hey guys, like I need you guys to come over here, pick up this robot. Yeah, the cops already cleared everything. And he shuts Iris down, you know what I mean? He makes Iris shoot herself. Therefore, she does, you know what I mean? And all of this shit happens, like, the guys come and pick up Iris. They tell him that there's video camera footage they have to look over, and he sends out the gay guy, the gay robot guy, to go kill them. He didn't kill himself yet at this point. That was before this. And then we get introduced into two other people that also higher the death count. One other character that we don't see later on in the film. They're just a ploy to help the robot get unlimited control once more. And the robot fucking wins. The robot actually kills the boyfriend. And you want to know why this was such a horrible experience and a bad story? It's because all the way from the beginning, we knew that she was going to kill the boyfriend. That was in the opening monologue. That was the last sentence in the opening monologue, that she was going to kill her boyfriend. And all of this movie is just waiting up to it. And nothing pays off. Absolutely nothing pays off in this film. And it sucks. The messaging behind this film sucks. It could have been better. The story, the script, the plot, the acting, everything could have been better. This Iris, give me a second. This girl, Sophie Thatcher, I see that she's in Maxine, Heretic, The Boogeyman, Blink. She has a lot of films in the horror realm. I'm sorry, girl. I don't remember you in Maxine. I haven't seen The Heretic or Boogeyman, but I have seen Companion. And I will say that your acting, no. No, 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 no. Either it's the directing in this movie, or it's just not on par with the rest of the actors in this film, and it's unmemorable, and it lacks so much in this robotic, monotone little role of yours. But it's not good. It's not a good performance from the main character. The other characters were okay. The acting was fine. It was subpar. But yeah, that's my angry review of Companion 2025. If you guys like this, please give it a like. I'll probably go see other movies this month, but it's already at the end of the month. What am I saying? But yeah, like, subscribe, ring that bell for whatever else you want more from me. I'm always here. My name's Nathaniel, and have a good night. Peace.